Hello everybody and welcome to our second chakra, Svadhisthana. So it's really a nice little chakra we're doing. It's our sacral chakra. So I'd like you to have a block, or two blocks just in case, and a strap if you've got, and a blanket if you'll be doing head balances. And let us begin. So you're going to start with us sitting in Baddha Konasana, taking your strap and making a circle nice and big. If you don't have a strap, it's also fine. You can just lie down in Baddha Konasana because we're working into Supta Baddha Konasana. So making a big circle, placing that around you. Let me just take off some layers. I'm wearing orange because orange is our color for our chakra. Then you place it around the feet and become a stuffed turkey. So place it down the bum. And lie yourself down. There we go. Palms face up. Close your eyes and get as comfortable as you possibly can. So just relaxing then while I tell you a little bit more about our sacral chakra. So as you close your eyes, just get settled in. I know it's quite a big thing to get the belt around you, so I'll give you a few moments to get there. All right. So as you lay yourself down, get yourself settled, I'll just tell you a little bit about what we're doing and what we're working into. So working into the second chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, also known as the sacral chakra. The sequence is designed to improve stability and flexibility around the hips and the pelvis, as well as strengthening the surrounding muscles, focusing on the pelvic area. It can also help build awareness for sensations in the body, train the mind, and improve focus. So improving pelvic stability in the hips, flexibility can be beneficial for improving posture, releasing tension in the lower back, and helping a lot with knee pain. So the sacral chakra does work into the knees, quite strange. So the second chakra, or Svadhisthana chakra, literally translates to sweetness or ease, and it's located in the lower abdomen and the genitals. The sacral chakra is all about desire, creativity, and sexuality, also creation. So you can visualize it as the color of orange. And if there's one thing to remember about the sacral chakra, it is the word change. It all starts when you're about 6 to 24 months. That's when you create the chakra. And it has 6 little lotus petals. Physical associations of the womb, the genitals, the kidney, and the bladder. Its demon is guilt. So if you have any guilt, please, this is a great chakra to be working into. Its element is water. The planets it deals with are Mercury, Jupiter, and the Moon. It has a circle shape with a crescent. It works with the endocrine glands of the ovaries and the testicle, and its identity is emotions. So it's a very, very emotional chakra to be dealing with. So I want you just to lie there. And while you lie there, I'm going to read a little quote. Creativity is experiencing, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun. So as you lie there, just settling down. Take your arms up to the side. Inhale, lift those arms up big and high. And exhale, bring those arms down. Once again, inhale, lift up. And exhale down. Welcome to yoga, everybody. Let's slowly unhook your feet. Bring your knees to your chest. You can leave that belt on. Give your knees a nice big hug. And then we're going to place our hands on either sides of the knees. I want you to push the knees together. So pushing in. And then slowly start to push the knees out into the hands. So push, we're resetting our hips now. Push, push, push. And release. Let's do that again. So push the knees into the hands. Push hard. And release. And again, push the knees into the hands. Push, 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 push. And release. Lovely. Place the feet down, knees are bent. Move the feet to the edges of the mat. And obviously you'll have this nice big back bend. I want you to focus on pushing down to get the back nice and flat. And as you do that, I want you to tighten up, but don't round so much. Just tighten and then push those knees together. So tighten everything up. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Hold that core. Relax the shoulders. You can even put the palms out. Let's have a nice tightening of everything, all the way to the calves, the knees, the thighs, the glutes, the core, and release. You'll feel your back should stay down a little bit better now. Let's do that again. Let's tighten everything up. Tighten, draw it in, and release. Beautiful. Once more. Tighten everything in, get that back nice and flat. And release. Beautiful. Stretching out the legs out. Not the feet between my legs. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to take that right leg. You lift up the right and you place it over to stretch towards the left side. Place your hands onto your hips. I want you to feel those hips. Feel that they're nice and square. Now stretch that right leg out and stretch as far as you can go. As you do this, you might feel your hips now skew. I want you to keep the hips square and push the leg further. So you will actually feel that we're trying to extend further with the hips being square. So stretch them out. Stretch both heels. Keep stretching. Hips are square. Hold it and breathe. So we're just lengthening into that right leg. And let's place it down to the floor. Let's lift up the left leg. Place it just over and stretch out. Now you'll see as I stretch my hips so square, I need to put it back up, but I need to keep stretching. So it's an extension on both sides. Stretch it out. Nice deep breaths. Very good job. And release. Okay, bring your knees up. You can take your belt off. Place it down, hug those knees. It's a little bit chilly today, I must say. And cross the ankles, coming all the way up. We're going to come up until it face to you. We're going to place down our right foot flat on the floor. Left foot is going to be in line with the right heel. So get it in line, but I want 2 fists in between. So it's 2 fists in between, left toes in line with the right heel. And we're going to come sitting down. So again, we're trying to work on getting our hips nice and square here and understanding how to come up. So hands onto those knees, and then slowly up you come, push the hips forward. Now what you'll notice is a lot of people come up and they squeegee up. We want to try and keep this straight as possible. Okay, so let's come back down, slowly controlled. It's a lot of clicking going on. Okay, focusing on coming up straight. Up we go, push the hips forward, and slowly coming all the way down. Clicky click. All right, let's come up. Nice stretch forward. Slowly come down. So watch how you come up. Try and think of how you can get that nice straight line to come up. Coming all the way up, straight, and coming all the way down. Very nice. Let's work to the other side. So you take your right foot in line with the back of the left heel, 2 fists. Sitting down, hands on top of the knees. So you'll notice how much we're working into this and how you're trying to keep that straightness. Up you come. Facing down. Down we go, nice and straight. Up we come. Beautiful. Down we go. Let's come up. Pushing hips forward. Down we come. Last one up. And down we come. Okay, placing your hands onto the floor, bring your feet parallel, but still hip distance. Feet perfectly parallel to one another. And then just allow your hands to be down. Slowly start to straighten. See where you can go with straight legs. You might not be able to touch the floor. That's also fine. Release your head. Just relax the head completely. Just release. Push the hips forward so you've got nice straight legs. Relaxing down. We're going to practice coming up and down. So I want you to bend the knees. Roll the back up. All the way. Push the hips forward. Up you come. Let's bend. Rolling down. All the way down. And straightening up. Lovely. Might find you go down a little bit further this time. Let's do that twice more. Bend. Roll. Roll shoulders. Up you come. Roll. Rolling down. Straightening up. A little bit further maybe. Roll. Let's come up. Bend knees. All the way as we're straightening up. And then rolling all the way down. Knees bend. Keep the hips nice and forward as you're going down. All the way. And lengthening. Drop down. Good. Stretch down. You might go a lot further than when we started. Push the hips forward. Now place your hands into prayer position. Shoulders back and down. Lengthen that spine. I want you to lengthen and hinge from the hips. Up we go now. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up tall. And exhaling down. Perfect. Let's lift our toes. Place it down one at a time. Maybe second, third, fourth, and fifth. So you can see the toes between. The mat between the toes. And let's go up onto our toes. Hold it there for a moment. More advanced, you're welcome to close your eyes. And then slowly control coming down. Alrighty, we're going to go into a head balance right now. So there's your different options. If you know what you're doing, you start straight away. You're going into Svadhisthana, which is our head balance, onto your forearms. If you don't know what you're doing, I will demonstrate the two options. You can go into your dolphin. If you have high blood pressure or you're menstruating, you're going to stay in dolphin. If you want to go straight to advanced, as I said, you know what you're doing. So I'm going to just demonstrate first the one that you can do if you have some problems and you don't want to go onto your head. Also, if you're menstruating, high blood pressure, back problem, neck problem. So then you'll go onto the elbows. I prefer to use a block in between my hands because it keeps my hands apart. So all I'm doing is holding the block on either side. Elbows are staying in. I'm working into kind of like a down dog. So I tuck my toes. I work up. I'm not here. I'm stretching back. I try and walk my feet as close as I can possibly walk, keeping those shoulders back. Holding it here. So obviously this is what you're going to be doing for the next 3 minutes. If you want to go a little bit more advanced, you lift the leg and you stretch. Stretch into it. And to work to the other side, lift and stretch. Once you've done enough, you walk back, toes together, knees apart, and you stretch. And then you go up again and you do so on, so on. For people more advanced, you know what you're doing. You should already be up. Unless you're waiting for me to get there. But I hope not, because I'm going to have like 1.5 minutes to go up. So elbows down. Make sure they're directly underneath the shoulders, hands to pray. Tuck baby fingers under, thumbs up. Making a little egg, pushing your heels of your hands down. Head down, shoulders back, and working into Svadhisthana. Obviously, if you need a wall, you're working with the wall. Controlled, feet flex, toes together, heels apart. Take your time to get up and try and enjoy it. Feel the constant movement, the constant adjustments. Flex into the heels, stretch up the whole time. I'm still straightening out. And try and enjoy the moment. I've got an itchy foot. Oh my word. Strange things happen. Just breathing into it. When you're ready to come down, taking your time, very slowly. Toes together, heels apart, 2 fists underneath the head. Just allow the heart to settle, the blood doesn't have to work, the heart doesn't have to pump so hard, so the blood just settles in one pain, one heart. And then slowly coming up. All right, let's get cracking. I can turn this way, so you're going to work into a down dog. So coming onto all fours, stepping your hands up, one hand step forward, tucking the toes, and let's go into our down dog. Stretch it out, walk it out side to side. Make sure you're a decent size, deep length down dog. You're pushing down to the heels. You feel the rotation through the thighs. You're pushing out through the shoulders, lifting up, and you feel how your hips are maneuverable and rotationable. Okay, so coming up onto those toes, lift onto the toes, arch through the back, and work into a plank. Once in your plank, I want you to work over the toes and work into an upwards facing dog. Your hips are above the floor. Roll the shoulders back, open up the chest. Nice deep breaths here. Let's tap the toes back under and rotate the hips, the buttocks up to the ceiling. Back into your down dog, stretch out. Big lengthening. Come out of the shoulders, you're not just hanging, lifting. Up onto the toes, arching through the back. Over. If you can roll over the toes, roll over the toes. Lifting up. Big stretch. Hold. Then see if you can press your weight into your hands to actually lift onto the toes. And roll over. Whoops. Rolling over. Then you'll find your down dog's going a little bit wider. Let's go again onto the toes, arching through the back, over the tip toes, and into an up dog. Urdhva Mukha Svadhisthana. Working back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, toes, into down dog. Stretching out. And again, toes, arching. Over. And up. This time, you allow your hips to drop down. Bend those elbows, keep them squashed in, so squeeze yourself in. And just coming down a little bit. I want you to tighten the core, tighten the glutes, lift the feet just off the floor. Breathe, looking forward. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful, place the feet back down, tuck the toes, into your down dog, stretch out. Push the hips, lengthen. Up we go. Round back. Over the toes. Uttamukha up. Last one, releasing down. Elbows bend. Shoulders back. Coming down, lift those legs. This time, lift the arms. Svadhisthana, our extension. Nice deep breaths, hold. Makes me want to burp. Okay, I'll keep it in. Hands back down, tuck toes, into a down dog, stretch it up. Look at the hands, walking yourself forward. Head down, release, hands to prayer, and up you go, big stretch. Nice little back bend. And coming back. Okay, dokes. Now for the fun. Get ready. Okay, so what we do, we're going to shine our orange light. So here is my orange light. I'm going to be shining it out. I'm going to be sideways, so hopefully it helps a little bit. We're going to stand on top of our mats, and we're going to take our arms up. So we're going to bend those knees, okay? We're going to take the arms down. We're going to round into a little ball. Take the right foot onto the mat behind you and open up. Shine your light. Now bring it all back in. This time bring the knee up. Now see if you cannot touch. I'm happy if you touch the floor. I'll touch the floor for this first round. Let's open up big time. Let's see if you can bring it in. This time we'll get to kind of a Virabhadrasana 3. So opening up, stretch it. Just a kind of Virabhadrasana 3. Whoops. Okay, bring it back in. We're going to work into Virabhadrasana 1, but it's an opening. So you're opening the step, control. Inhale, lift those arms, big stretch. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Look at your left hand, and let's make 3 circles. Watch the left hand. Go all the way around. Watch it. Come down, that's 1. 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up. And back. Beautiful. Let's step back with our left leg up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svadhisthana. Now take that foot down into the down dog. Take your buttocks towards your heels. So stretch it out. Big stretch. Jump your bum to the right. Bum to the right. Knees to the left. And to the opposite side. Bum to the left. Back into the down dog. And let's go into plank. Chaturanga. Just above the floor. Over those toes. Uttamukha up. Into the down dog stretch. Nice. Look at your hands, right foot forward. Left foot forward. Hands to prayer. Up we come. Okay. We're going to move to the other side. Maybe we can get a little bit easier this time on this side. Okay. So let's bend. Bring it in. And then slowly open up, touch the foot. Bright orange light. Out of breathe. Okay, bring it in. Let's see if you can try and not touch the foot. Okay, out we go. Beautiful. Bring it in. A sort of Virabhadrasana 3. So opening up, sort of Virabhadrasana 3. Bring it in. And let's stepping back into Virabhadrasana 1 with control. Wee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Look at that right hand. We'll make 3 circles. So follow it back. Bring it forward. Follow it back. Bring it forward. Follow it back. And bring it forward. Beautiful. Taking now your right leg up. One-legged down dog. Stretch. Beautiful. Foot down. Bend the knees, bum to heels. We're going to jump to the left side. Woo! Jump to the right. Woo! back to the center, into a plank. Chaturanga, you can always drop your knees if you need to. Urdhva Mukha up, into a down dog. Left foot forward, right foot, hands to pray. Up we go. Big stretch. Okay, so that's the basis. Now we get a little bit harder. Okay, dokie. Let's do this thing. So coming down. Let's take our right foot to touch. Open up, show me your orange sacral chakra. Bring it in. Okay, don't touch the floor, just open it up. Wow. Bring it in. Now we're trying to do Virabhadrasana 3. So get balance, open up, Virabhadrasana 3. Flex, drop your right hip. Hold. Beautiful, bring it in. Virabhadrasana 1, so now open up. Virabhadrasana 1, stepping back. Nice, inhale up. Exhale down. Looking at the hand, 3 circles. Let's go. Open, watch it. And open. Think about the big circular motion you're making with the chakra, the energy moving inside. And down. Beautiful. Left knee comes in. Hold it. For 3, 2, 1. Up to the ceiling. Big stretch. We're going to do a chaturanga with the leg up. So you will plank, chaturanga, urdhva mukha up, place it down, into a down dog. Wonderful stuff. Bend the knees. We'll jump to the right, jump to the left, into a down dog, right foot forward, left foot forward, head down, hands to pray. Up we go. Easy as pie. Okay, let's do the other side. Bend it down. Taking back the left behind. Opening up. Push through the orange. Bring it in. Let's try not to touch. Opening up. Going for our Virabhadrasana 3. Bring it in. Open up. Stretch. Hold it. Drop the hip. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. We're going to step back into Virabhadrasana 1. Open. And step. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down. Look at the right hand. 1 big circle. 2 big circle. 3 big circle. And place down. Right knee on. Hold there. Want to get the shoulder close as possible. For 3, 2, 1. Up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Into a plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva mukha up. And into the down dog. Stretch out. Bum to heels. Over to the left. Good dunk. Over to the right. Good dunk. Down dog. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Hands to pray. Up we go. Completely different now, but fun. Same, similar. Just more. Okay. Bend it in. Get ready for the right orange. Shine it. Shine a little light on me. Bring it in, don't touch. Let's open. Bring it in, Virabhadrasana 3. Open, stretch. Drop the hip, let's hold. 3, 2, 1, bring it in. Round the back. Now, Virabhadrasana 1 into step. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. 3 circles, look at the left hand. 1, round. 2, round. 3, round. Hand down, bring that knee in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, up. Beautiful. This time you're going to step it forward. Up you come, Virabhadrasana 1. Lovely. Into Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure the knees above the ankle, thighs parallel to the floor. Reverse warrior. Drop down the arm, stretching back. Big extension. Look up if you can. And we're cartwheel down. All the way. You'll take your left knee back in for 3, 2, 1. Up to the sky. Into your Chaturanga. So plank, Chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha, into a down dog. Bum to your heels, to the right, to the left, up, right foot forward, left foot forward, hands to pray. Up we go. Beautiful. What fun are we having? Okay, left side. So let's bend. Bring it in. Left foot back. And let's come up. Stretch. Bring it in. No touchy. Just out. Virabhadrasana 3. Bringing it in. Let's open. Hold it. Get balance, flex the foot, turn the toes towards the right heel. Hold it. Whoa, I'm not holding it. Hold it. Bring it in. Virabhadrasana 1. Out we go. Step it down. Inhaling up. Hands down. Look at the right hand. Let's go. 3. And up. And 2. And round. And 1. Round. Fantastic. Bring the knee in. Hooking it in. Hold it. For 3, 2, 1. Up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Step forward with your right. Up you come. Virabhadrasana 1 into Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure back foot 60, front legs 90. Hips are square. Reverse warrior, stretching back. Opening up. Nice deep breaths. Yay, I'm starting to sweat a little. What fun it is. Okay, up you come, cartwheel down. All the way. Onto the back toe, lift up the right leg. Stretch. Be ready. Into a plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha up. And into a down dog. Bum to heels. Over to the left. Oomph. Over to the right. Oomph. Down dog. Left forward. Right forward. Hands to prayer. Up we go. One more round, which is the most fun. Okay, okay. Get with it. This is challenge at its greatest. So let's go. Bend those knees. Round in, right foot back. And let's open. Push the hips. Shoulder orange. Bring it in. Don't touch. Open. Bring it in. Virabhadrasana 3. Let's do it. You must be better by now. Hold it. Drop the hip. Flex the foot. Let's have some time here. Bring it in. Control Virabhadrasana 1. Opening, stepping. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Left hand. Let's go. Big circles. Going round. Beautiful. Going round. Phenomenal. Hands down. Taking that knee in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Fantastic. Step it forward. Up you come. Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to reverse Beep, 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 beep. Looking up. Come back into Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten both legs. Utthita Trikonasana. So your front is at 90, your back's at 60. Hips are square to the front. Extend over. Working down. Chin along chest. Looking up. If you need a block here, you use a block. Make sure you're in a straight line. You have to not lean forward too much. If you want to paint between two panes of glass, there'll be one in front, one behind. Use your breath here. This is the opportunity. And slowly up you come. Bending your left knee. Arms up. Turn to face the front. Virabhadrasana 1. So here it's going to get a bit hard. So make sure you're nicely grounded on your left. We're working back into Virabhadrasana 3. So stretch forward. If you can keep your arms forward, I want your arms forward. I'll hit into the wall. So I'm going to take my arms back. Drop your hip. Hold it here. Flex the foot. Get the hips nice and square. Now control. You're going to slowly bring your right leg up. You're going to hold right hand, right leg, bringing up that arm. Natarajasana. Take the leg back and just start to lengthen. Lengthen. Without putting it down, you bring up both arms and you straighten your front leg. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Let's take a step back. All the way. Very well done. Hands down. Taking back your left knee in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Up to the ceiling. Into a plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha up. Place it down. Down dog. Knees to the right. Knees to the left. Into a down dog. Right foot forward. Left foot forward. Hands to pray. Up we go. We've got a left side to do and wasn't that great. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, let's go. All the way down. And left foot to the back. Push it open. Bring it in. Open. Bring it in. Virabhadrasana 3. I'm going to hold. Hold, drop the hip. Straighten. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. And Virabhadrasana 1. So stepping back slowly, controlled. Inhale, arms up. Hands down. Looking at that right hand. Let's go. 1. Forward. 2. Forward. 3. And forward. Hand down, bring the knee in to the arm. And we hold for 3, 2. Bring that foot right up. 1. Up to the ceiling. Stepping it forward. Up we go. Into Virabhadrasana 2. Beautiful. Reverse. And let's hold. Open breathing. Up you come. Virabhadrasana 2. Straight legs. So back foot's really at a 60. Front at 90. Hips are square. Extend over. Down we go. Chin on chest, looking up. Let's hold. Great for the lungs. Utthita Trikonasana. And up we go. Beautiful. Bending your right. Arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, get that right foot stable. Going into Virabhadrasana 3. Let's do it. I'm taking arms back. You can take arms forward, I prefer them forward. Hips down, stretch. Let's get balanced. Hold it for a bit. Flex that back foot. Hold it. Okay, controlled and come up. Whoa, you take hold of your left foot, left hand. Arm up, and we slowly start to extend. Stretching forward. Lifting up. I'm teaching, yes. Up you come. Arms up, you stretch your leg in front of you. Let's hold it, flex. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Stepping back, Virabhadrasana 1. Wonderful stuff. Hands down. Taking right leg in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Leg up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Into plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha up. Into a down dog. Bend the knees. Thumb to the left. Thumb to the right. Into a down dog. Wait here. Let's go onto the toes. Arch through the back. Plank. Over toes. Urdhva Mukha. Slowly hips. Elbows. Coming down. Once you're down, lift legs. Lift arms. Stretch. 3, 2, 1. Release hands, tuck toes, down dog, toes together, knees apart. And this is where you get your relax. Relax it out. All right, I hope that was enough. So what we're working to is Virabhadrasana. You might need a little bit of props. So I'm going to give you a little bit of props. You might also want to use a strap. I'm going to use it as an option today. So if you've got some blocks, if you've got some straps, your blanket, let's work it all. So let me first demonstrate the full pose. Let me do that first. My knees are going to stay together. I'm going to remove the flesh. I'm going to sit down in between. My toes, 10 toes are staying on the floor. Knees are together. Please note, it's not smiley knees. So my knees are not sitting out to the side like that. They're sitting up. I call them happy knees. My knees are up, not there. Very important. So I'm really pulling in the inside. I'm pulling them up. Okay. Knees are sitting up. Then my feet are down. I'm just demonstrating to show you first. Then I'm rotating, anterior tilt, rotate of my pelvis, working down, keeping the knees down, keeping the toes down, working down, flattening my back down as much as I can. So there's a anterior tilt, as I said here. Knees are still up, not to the side, pushing down. I can feel the nice stretch into my quads. I can feel the knees. I can feel the big work I'm doing onto my sacral. And then I'm going to stretch arms flat over and work down. I don't expect this. I'm just showing you what we're working into. So let's work into it the easy way. You take a strap you had again. If you've got a strap. If you don't, you don't have to push your knees hard together. You make it small and you place it around your knees. Okay. So you want to keep your knees together. You might not be able to sit on the floor, so you can place a block or two to sit onto. You make sure all the toes stay down, the knees stay pointing up. And then you sort of work to where you want to go. You might be able to just go here, but feeling the tilt of what we did right at the beginning. So it's that pull of glutes working, okay? If you want to, grab a hold of the pillows. You can place pillows here, or you can just feel that, because that's really what we want to work into. It's not that. I'm not working to a back bend. I'm not trying to get you to arch. I'm trying to get you to like a cat and cow, literally. So our cat, we concave and we yes. The words just gone right out there. So we're not arching our back. Well, yes, we actually are arching our back, but not that way. You are concaving it that way. Okay, so working it down. What you can do is if you can sit on the floor, you can put a whole lot of blocks that side or a whole lot of blankets that side and try and work there to sit, pushing the knees down. So just getting to that point. That's where a lot of you might just get to. All right. So just work yourself into a little bit of a place where you're not overextending, you're pushing forward. You're really getting that movement. The lifting up, the pelvic extension. We're not working through pelvic floor like we did last week. Last week we did the first chakra, the Muladhara, and that would be the Mulabandha extension. We're not working that, we're working higher. So you'll feel this is the area we're starting to work now. So just have a little extension, try and work into it, see if you can have that stretch. The reason we put our arms straight and not over, because I'm not having that stretch, I'm having stretch forward, and I'm trying to stretch into like a full Z pose, if that makes sense. Arms are lengthening and stretching up above. Okay, so just give you a moment to do that. Do your little bit of stretching and guiding into it. It's a lot of fun. Let's move on to another page here. So this is really good for digestion, believe it or not. If you eat a full chocolate cake, go to the bathroom and lie down like this or quickly move through the body. Okay, I'm joking, but it will help. It will definitely move it through quickly. I find it's a quick way to digest. It definitely helps the movement. All right. Give you 1 more minute to play in that pose. Try and lengthen. Think about being flat as you possibly can to work into it and extend. If you're more doing the stretching and the lengthening, think about the knees. So the knees are not going, as I say, this is, I say smiley knees. We don't want smiling knees. We want happy knees. Happy knees are really, my knees are sitting up, they're facing up. But I'm sitting on the floor, my feet, I'm not sitting on the feet. I'm sitting on the floor, but my knees are still facing up. So there's a constant rotation internally where I'm pulling the inner thighs upwards and rotating outwards. All right. Once you've done that, you come out of it. Our relief for that pose is moving into a down dog. Give you a moment to get out of that. It's not easy. And then slowly placing the hands down. Let's go into a down dog and just stretch it out. Big stretch. All right, and then we come down back to the floor. And we're working to our most, this is the pose that I find shows us the most of our sacral chakra movement, Kurmasana. So in this pose, you need to place your feet like a triangle. I want to go into a full triangle. Not close, I want to be quite far out. Okay, put the feet together. And just place your hands onto the feet. Move the flesh from outside underneath your buttocks. Just get a little bit of rock and roll there. Have a good stretch. Okay. And from there, I want you to just extend through the back. What you're going to start to feel, just working to where we are here, if you can just get to the feet. If you find this is just not happening for you, you're not going to go anywhere with this. This is what I want you to do. You're going to place your block, your feet on top, and you can work there. If that's too sore for you, you place a blanket over the block, okay? So this is really where you would be going to. This is it. And For the next 5 minutes, this is where you're going to be sitting. For the rest of you who can get there, we're going to work into it a little bit further. So as you're sitting here, I want you to feel and direct your attention to what we're feeling. You will notice we started to work the sacral area. Remember the sacral area, this chakra is three-dimensional. So you're working to the back, you're working to the front, okay? You're working here into the thighs and it's working towards the knees. You should be feeling that on both sides. Both sides should be feeling exactly that. So as you're working forward, you're feeling a lot more into that area. You'll move a little bit sideways, a little bit more, and you'll start to feel a lot more working into that area. It is not the same as your Muladhara, which was right into the root chakra. This is definitely higher up. So you will start feeling that sacrum working. Once you're there, if you can, I'd like you to place an arm under each leg. So you'll place your hands underneath. Work towards it, doesn't mean you have to get there. Your feet are on the floor and your hands are down underneath. You will have a slightly round back because this is actually, Kurma is actually your tortoise. So we work into a tortoise pose. And we're just going to hold it here for a moment because it's not something that you rush, it's something that you work into slowly. So then again, if this is like, wow, this is hectic, I don't want to go anymore, this is where you stop. I'm very happy with that. For those who want to take it to the next step, what you're going to do is you're trying to take it on. Remember I say it's like taking a candle. So you've got a burning hot candle in your hand. You want to not get burnt. So quickly turn around and take the arm back. Okay. So now my arm's back. You need to do it onto both sides. I'm taking the arm back to the other side. Now what you can do, I'm happy for you just to stay here. For those who want to take it a lot further, please, you don't mind to re-undo everything. Grab your belt, take the belt behind and hold the belt behind, okay? So there's some monkeys like me who can probably work into, yes, I can hold my hands. There we go. I can hold my hands together. Nothing to be proud of when you're such a monkey. So you want to get into holding hands. Let's just get a better, nicer grip. There, that's better. Okay. Then you want to slowly start to work the feet. And you want to get the feet actually to above the head. So I'm working my legs, I'm working my head. I don't want to get stuck, so I'm not doing the whole pose because I will get stuck. And you want to get the legs right over. Okay, I'm not doing it because I've been stuck here and no one to pull me out. There is a way of doing it where you can put your legs like so and then put the other one there and then grab the hands. I'm not attempting it, I've been stuck there and there's no one here to help me. It's not an option. But I want you to keep trying. If there's no one in the house to help you, I'm not there to help you. But you can get stuck. You will notice when you're down here to try and get your arms back is quite a mission. So just work into it and try and have a little bit of fun. Okay, I just want you to enjoy that. I'll give you half a minute left to play, so just work into it, stretch into it. Just don't get stuck, please. I promise you I've had a bad experience. Oh, okay. Let's relax. Just breathe. And then slowly the organ starts to come out. So find a way to get your hands back. Your hands back. Find a way to walk the feet out. Walk yourself up. Bring the feet back together. Push the hips towards the heels. Slowly working yourself down. Once you're down, bring your feet hip distance close to your bum. Hands onto the side. You should do a little anterior tilt with the pelvis. Work up very slowly. Clasp the hands behind the back. Stretch those arms. Work onto the shoulders. Just lift up. Chest coming to chin in Jalandhara Bandha. Stretch. Stretch into it. Very nice. Then release the palms to the side, come off the shoulders one at a time, not a big stretch. Roll it down, pushing the hips towards the heels. Bring the knees to the chest, give them a hug. Keep your right knee in, stretch out your left leg. Take your left hand over to your right knee, pull it over the body. Try and keep that right shoulder down and just look over to the right. Now for those, this might be enough. If you want more of a stretch, you can always hold the left foot in your right hand. And if you want more of a stretch, you can always straighten out the left leg. It's up to you. And slowly coming back in, bring both knees, give them a hug. So let's go to the other side. You straighten your right leg this time. Right hand can take the left knee over to the right, left arm goes out. If this is enough, you just stay here. That's absolutely sufficient. Feel you can have more of a stretch, you take hold of that right foot. And if you want even more, you can always straighten out that left. Try and keep the shoulders. And remember, you can rotate hips as well. So you just work to where you can go to. And slowly back to the center. Give your knees a hug. Okay, let's work into a happy baby. So you hold them to the outsides of your feet. Knees are down. Shoulders are back. Push the tailbone down. If you can't hold the feet, you're working into the back of the knees. It's also a beautiful stretch. Sometimes serves me better. Just make sure the back is flat, flat, flat. Like a square table, flat on the floor. And then you can take your hands to the inside and just stretch out. If you can't stretch it at all, just work to where you can. Just have a little stretch and a little extension, stretching out. It might take you right over. That's good. Stretch it out. And let's get ready for relaxing. So you're going to take your right leg to the right corner, left leg to the left corner, palms face up. Close your eyes. Make sure you're nice and warm. And to play a little bit of music for Svadhisthana. Just settle yourselves in. And slowly start to wiggle your toes. Rub your thumbs over your fingertips. Turn your head from side to side. Take your arms and stretch them over your head. Have a good yawn and a good stretch. Bring your knees to your chest. And roll over to your right hand side with your head cradled in your arm. Sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. Thank you so much. Come to a seated position. May there be peace to the north, peace to the south, peace to the east, peace to the west, peace above, peace below, peace within and peace without, and most importantly, peace with you and your family. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely rest of the day.